Matty Brabham in the Speed Energy Dayglow orange truck onto wheels down shoreline. Now, the field is going to be inverted, okay? Meaning that they qualified yesterday, they get points for the best qualifying, but the fastest qualifiers start in the back of the field and have to make their way through traffic. Now, we will have at least one mandatory caution. And starting in the back of, here's the grid back to front. Here we're starting 10th will be the car number 83 out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and the Speed UTV, that Dayglow orange truck that you saw on two wheels along shoreline. Matt Brabham. Come on, let's make some noise and pump these guys up. Starting 9th is the gentleman that started this series. You know him. Out of Orange, California for Rugged Radios. Number 7, Robbie Gordon. Starting 8th will be his 16-year-old son who won this event when he was 13 years old. That's right. Out of Lake Havasu, Arizona for Ibach. Give it up for Max Gordon. Starting 7th, out of Bellflower for Shell Roofing Solutions in truck number 957, Miles Cheek. Starting 6th, out of Scottsdale, Arizona for VP Racing Fuels, number 60, Cole Potts. Starting 5th for Alliance Air Products, Schaefer Oil out of Encinitas, California, number 50, Trey Hernquist. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona, for King Shocks, number 25. You know him from The Bachelor as well as race car driving, Ari Leindyke Jr. Starting 3rd for Lucy Nicotine in the bright pink truck out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Had a wild ride last year. Give it up for Zoe Edenholm. Starting 2nd, out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania for Thrillcast, number 57, Bill Hines. And starting up front from San Diego, California for Two Guns Racing, let's give it up for David Bernstein. Shoreline, how about a round of applause for all of the competitors in the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks? They can hear you inside those trucks right now. Make some noise. All right, Ralph Shaheen's up here in the booth with me. We are ready for some high-flying action, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. This is one of the highlights of the weekend every year here at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. Robbie Gordon's Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks, some of the best racing action we see all year long. And if you're on Shoreline, you're in the best spot because you get not just one, but two massive ramp jumps. And Terry, as we've seen yesterday with the practice session, it's a little sketchy. If you don't hit the first one just right, it throws you way off for the second one, and then it's a real problem from there.
Yes, it's a motocross on the front straightaway right here in these trucks. And like you said, Ralph, if they get squirrely coming off, if you can't see it from the shade, that is literally right underneath the Port of Long Beach Bridge in the shade, the first jump. And then you got to keep it straight because right here in front of us, they hit the second ramp.
Right.
And then there's a ramp over on between 6 and 7 on Pine. There's another ramp there.
Yep. And, of course, Zoe had such a challenge with that last year, getting up into the fence over there in a massive crash.
Yes.
Fortunately, she was okay, and we were able to get the fence repaired and continue on.
We're not quite sure when the competition yellow is going to come out.
I think there's two of those, actually.
Yeah, I think there is two.
Yeah.
But you never know. That could change.
As it does.
But the competition yellow brings the field back together.
Bunches everybody up, yep. Definitely.
Ralph, we're looking across right now on Shoreline, right across from Linden here at the people along the fence line, the grandstands are packed. They are ready for Speed Energy Super Trucks.
Yeah, you got to get here early and get your spot on the fence if you want to be up close here on Shoreline for these guys and gals. Hey, there you are. How's the pizza?
Oh, a good look at the people on the big screen right now. A good look at all of you that have joined us for the 50th Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach.
You know what else I noticed is that nobody wants to come up and visit us throughout the course of the day. And then when the Speed Energy Super Trucks come out, it's packed up here in our booth, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, everybody's up here wanting to get a good look.
We got Agajanians are up here.
Yeah,
Ascot.
we're talking about Ascot up here at the Agajanians. Don't forget to go see their
the Agajanian families.
Got to go get T-shirts at the booth over there.
Yeah.
Don't forget, everybody needs to go over there.
We got an Ascot booth over here.
Fly the colors.
Ascot logos.
Had my hoodie on earlier today. My Ascot hoodie.
Yes.
I was running that today.
Oh, looking at the big screen right there. Wave now. Those of you waving, there you are on the big screen. This is going out to all over the world. So if you're sitting with somebody you shouldn't be, duck.
Yeah, or if they're looking for you. You know, you were talking about Ari Leyendijk Jr., who's competing in this. His dad is here, the former Indy 500 winner, Ari Leyendijk Sr. But Ari Jr. not only has been racing in the Stadium Super Trucks, he's been running a 410 winged sprint car on asphalt at the Open Wheel Showdown over in Vegas in November's. He's done the last two, and he's going back this year.
Wow.
That'll be in November.
Awesome. He told me yesterday that he met his wife on The Bachelor, and they have actually put a seat in this truck, and he has taken her for a ride over the jumps.
Oh, boy.
All right, looking at the field. You're looking at it on the big screen right there. Up front, David Bernstein in that light blue. Two Guns Racing out of San Diego. He's on the pole. All right, we're thinking we're about 1 minute out from the start. Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Watching on the big screen for the start.
This is going to be aggression all the way through.
Can you feel it, Shoreline? Can you feel it?
Get ready. Here we come, Long Beach.
Looking at the green flag on the starter stand on the big screen. Oh, the anticipation.
Yeah, that's a bit of a hold. There we go.
Green flag, and they're headed towards turn number 1. Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Here they come.
See if they all get through around the fountain smoothly. Keep an eye on the flower beds.
That's David Bernstein, the Two Guns Racing truck.
Getting up on two wheels as they all get up over those alligator teeth. Here we are around the fountain.
Bernstein's leading it. Hines is right behind him in truck number 57 out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, the Thrillcast entry. Now watch the back markers. That's Matty Brabham in the back in the Dayglow orange.
And Robbie Gordon just in front of him. And they're at the tail end of the field because of the inversion, but there are no back markers, right?
Ooh.
To the fastest you'll find anywhere. Already getting side by side here in some of the tight sections of the racetrack. Little door leaning and banging right there.
Round turn 6. Now they're
first jump.
Yeah. And then headed towards turn number 8. And down the back straightaway now on Seaside. And they're underneath down on the back street. Now that's where the concert's going to take place tonight. Foreigner is going to be rocking Up there by the fountains.
You can hear them making their way back towards us here on Shoreline. You see Matt Brabham starting to move to the outside. Matty Brabham winning in the Trans Am presented by Pirelli race at Road Atlanta a month ago. And here he is in Long Beach working his way towards the front.
The field.
Here they come on Shoreline. First time over the double jump.
And leading them around is Bill Hines. Bill Hines in the 57 out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, the Thrillcast entry. All right, they're telling us that Robbie Gordon is in the orange one now.
He wasn't yesterday, but that's not surprising.
Yeah,
Things might have changed.
They're telling us now that Robbie Gordon is in the orange 7. Matty Brabham was driving that Dayglow orange car or truck yesterday. So all right, picking up the field.
Hines, the race leader.
Into turn number 6.
Cheek running in second.
Bill Hines, who has second most starts in this class to Robbie Gordon.
Hard braking right here. You can see Robbie starting to get that nose up in there.
Down the back straightaway, headed towards turn number 9, that hard braking area in 9. Watch for the passing down in 9.
Challenge for the lead there. Here's Gordon. Robbie picks up 2 spots on the inside. Great move by Robbie Gordon. Going for another one on the outside. To the hairpin.
Bill Hines in front. Followed by the 957 of Miles Cheek running in the second spot out of Bellflower. Shell Roofing Solutions truck.
Robbie is going door to door with Cole Potts out of Scottsdale, Arizona. That's a great battle. Potts in the VP Racing Fuels number 60. And Robbie right alongside of him.
And we got a new leader because Hines got passed down in turn 1. Miles Cheek has taken the lead. And now headed towards that real narrow section. Right now you're seeing it on the big screen. That's the narrowest portion of the racetrack.
This turns 3 and 4 over in this area over here.
Now around turn 5, where there's the alligators, which don't mean anything to these two.
No, these guys go right over them.
Turn 6, on to Pine. Up to turn 7, and they're headed towards 8 in the back straightaway, as I call it, Seaside. Here's that hard braking into 8.
And did our caution just come out? Yep,
There it is.
sure did. This is the first one. Now this is going to bunch everybody back up again. They're short cautions. It's just part of putting on the best show possible, tightening the field back up.
Yes, and since we've had clean laps, it could be go green right here on Shoreline.
Should be.
Miles Cheek is leading them around out of Bellflower.
Well, this is a big help for Robbie. He'd already passed 3 trucks. He's up to 7th after starting at the tail with the inversion. But now, with everything tightened up like this, he's going to have an easier shot in a few more trucks, and then he'll get one more yellow and make a run for the win. Of course, he's got Matt Brabham back there with him, and he's got to deal with Max Gordon as well.
We're going to see if that Dayglow orange truck has the 7 on it or the 83 as well. If it's 83, then it's Matt Brabham, and I think.
7's in the back.
Okay, they're telling me now that the 83 is Matt Brabham. Robbie's in the Rugged Racing, the blue and white truck.
So Robbie coming up alongside of Matt Brabham now. So it is what it was yesterday.
Yeah,
And there they are still side by side, headed to turn number 1.
Door to door, Brabham and Gordon.
Who's going to do what under braking? Robbie's got the inside line. Matt Brabham's going to beat him there.
Up front is still Miles Cheek in the 9:57 entry out of Bellflower. Up front. Followed by Hines. Boy, they are bunched up now. Round turn 5, headed towards 6 in Pine.
And we are just about halfway through our Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks main event here on Saturday. Don't forget, they'll race again here at the 50th Annual Acura Long Beach Grand Prix tomorrow afternoon after the IndyCar race.
Absolutely. These things are wild and crazy as they fly down shoreline in front of us. All right, onto the back straightaway, now headed over towards
Matt Brabham making another move, Terry. Looks like he's getting inside. Hard braking here for this section. There's Brabham. He's gotten around at least one more truck. I got Matt up to what, 5th now? 5th and closing with another caution awaiting.
Keep an eye on Max Gordon as well, because Max Gordon is now second place. The Ibach car, the 16-year-old Max Gordon is challenging for the lead.
Yeah, but get ready because here comes Matt Brabham and Robbie Gordon nose to tail coming after the youngster.
All right, looking at it on the big screen right now. Max Gordon, the 16-year-old, trying to go around the outside of the leader and takes over the lead. Max Gordon in front.
And then there goes Brabham and one truck in between Matt and Robbie.
Oh, that Max Gordon, you're seeing it on the big screen right there. Max Gordon in front. But Miles Cheek was right at the back fender.
So right now, Matt Brabham is trying to take over 3rd, and it looks like Robbie's trying to take over 4th. Or 5th, I should say. There goes Robbie up the inside. That'll give him 5th.
Here's the battle for the lead on the big screen. Cheek tries to go around the outside. They're now on the back straightaway, that battle for the lead, and headed towards those of you in turn 9. Max Gordon leading it. Miles Cheek is right there. Here it comes down into the hard braking area in 9. Still Max Gordon. Cheek right behind him. And that battle is coming to you on the front straightaway here on Shoreline.
I believe Robbie has gotten 5th now.
All right, here's the leaders underneath the Port of Long Beach Bridge. Max Gordon and Cheek.
Yep, Gordon is up to 5th, so he's right behind Matt Brabham.
Ray Hernquist is running in the 3rd spot.
Oh, this is going to be a great finish here, Terry.
Absolutely.
3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. The 16-year-old Max Gordon in front. He won this thing when he was 13. He beat his dad.
Crowd coming alive. Here we go.
Oh, Cheek got by Max. Cheek got by Max. Miles Cheek is the leader. There's Max.
And here comes Brabham and Gordon right behind them.
Oh, my. Miles Cheek out of Bellflower and Max Gordon going at it hammer and tong. Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Race number 1. We got another one tomorrow. There's the leaders into turn number 8. Now they're headed on the back straightaway, headed towards 9. Miles Cheek and Max Gordon working lap number 7 of
and
9.
There's our other caution, I believe. Yep, there you see the yellow flag. This will be it. So we're going to have, 2 laps of flat-out green racing? Maybe. Who knows? We'll see how aggressive they get.
And when I talked to Max yesterday, Ralph, he said when it comes down to those last 2 or 3 laps, it's anything goes.
Money time, yeah. Well, and he knows who's right behind him.
I asked him too. I said, "So we've seen you in these trucks. You won you won here when you were 13 years old. You're racing in the desert. When are we going to see you in an IndyCar?" And he's that's where they want to put him. We'll see.
Sure, why not? That's where Dad went.
That's right. I'm looking forward to it. All right, here comes the field around the hairpin. Miles Cheek going to lead him to the first jump here, and there's Max Gordon, and Matty Brabham is right there knocking on the door.
Yeah, and then Robbie right behind him. Here we go!
Robbie Gordon in the white and blue, number 7.
This first corner is going to get real interesting. Whatever they have left on brakes, they're going to use up now.
All right, watching it on the big screen now. We're looking for turn 1. Here it is. Now
here comes Max, looking inside.
Max has got him on the inside. Miles Cheek is second. There's Brabham in third.
Oh, one truck running off using the escape route down in 1.
And they're keeping it off the flowers, too.
They've done a great job of that. Robbie will be happy with that. Zoe Edenholm having some issues at the back. Boy, your top 4 are just glued together.
Working lap number 8 of 9. Or 7 of 9.
Yeah, 7 of 9. Nobody seems to be able to do anything right now to Max Gordon. He's holding on to that lead. Not comfortably, but at least he's hanging on to it. And Robbie not able to do anything to get around Matt Brabham.
Boy, they're all on the back straightaway now. It's going to be that hard braking area down there in 9. That's
going to be intense.
Yeah, that's a passing
You can see
area.
some blocking going on.
My Cheek is all over.
Yeah, and you can see Max doing everything he can to protect the line. Max taking the inside line, which will work through that corner, but then it'll be the outside line at the next one. So this could get tricky.
Oh, Cheek is right there. Matty Brabham and Gordon. The top 4 trucks are neck and neck as they hit the hairpin.
Max locks up the right front a little bit going into the hairpin.
16-year-old Max Gordon in front. Miles Cheek still holding on to the second spot.
One truck around coming out onto the shoreline here.
That looks like the VP Racing Fuels truck, maybe. Could be Cole.
Max protecting on the entrance to 1.
Brabham still third. Robbie Gordon is fourth.
I think it was Zoe Edenholm.
Zoe went around the jump on that one. Yeah, you know Robbie wants to get on the podium here, so watch Robbie Gordon running fourth.
Oh, yeah. And the VP Racing truck is done. That's Cole Potts. He's got a flat left front.
That's the one that went around in the hairpin.
I think so, yeah. They're going to change that and get him back out.
All right, working 8 of 9. Still Max Gordon in front. Miles Cheeks running second. Matty Brabham and Gordon. Robbie Gordon in fourth.
Robbie's lost a truck length or so to the backside of Matt Brabham. So this might be between the top 3.
All right, now they're down the back straightaway underneath where they're going to have the Foreigner concert.
Boy, if those top 2 get together, it is going to be a wide open door for Matt Brabham.
Oh, on the inside. Max Gordon holds him off over the jump. Oh, Miles is really trying to dig in that inside on Max.
Miles Cheek trying to find a way around.
Here they come. Boy, the top 4 are...
Miles Cheek really landed on that left front, didn't he?
Boy, the top 3 were all in the air here at once.
Back down to turn number 1 one more time. One of the hardest braking zones on the racetrack. These guys are going to use it all up right here. The final lap today.
Final lap, top 4.
Everybody hiking up that left front through the turn 1 corner. Now around the fountains for the final time in anger. And into the tight section as they work towards the backside of the racetrack.
Boy, the top 4 have really left the rest of the field here as we are on the final lap. Max Gordon, Cheek, Brabham, Robbie Gordon, Hernquist works in the 5th spot, followed by Hines, Zoe, and Bernstein.
Oh, Matt Brabham locks it up and Robbie Gordon slides through. Change for 3rd.
Oh, man, that'll put him on the podium. And we'll see what happens because here comes Brabham. He's coming back. He's all over Robbie.
Yeah, I don't think he's done yet at all. And they got another very hard braking zone coming up at the end of this section right here, down that long back straightaway.
Here it is, headed towards 9. Watch it. Brabham goes to the inside. Now he goes to the outside. Oh,
he's right alongside of him.
Door. Oh, this is good.
Matt goes around the jump. Robbie goes over that last jump. Here they come to the hairpin.
This is for the lead right here. Max Gordon, the 16-year-old Max Gordon comes out of the hairpin and leads them down shoreline. Miles Cheek running in the 2nd spot, followed by Gordon and Brabham. Oh my, what a finish. Wow.
But I'll tell you what, in a lot of ways, Terry, the show is just beginning because, as you and I both know, a lot of these drivers are about to get it up on 2 wheels and drive it around.
Absolutely. Shoreline, did you like that one? Come on, make some noise.
Here's Zoe.
Zoe. Okay, she went around the jump. Boy, Zoe had a crazy ride last year right here in front of us. All right. There's Bernstein.
Well, the crowd over here on Shoreline has been loving Bernstein's effort here today. You guys have been cheering loudly for him. That's great.
We're going to bring him around here, the top 3. In fact, Ralph will be
I'm going to go to Victory Lane.
You're going to be headed to Victory Lane. And when we bring them in, the top 3 will be making their way around for the party in Victory Lane. And Shoreline, we'll wait till they can hear you and we'll talk to them. Because that was good. Boy, high-flying Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. We got another race coming up. SRO GT America. Race 1 will be up after this. But right now, Ralph is headed down to talk to the podium finishers for Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. What a race that was. So, all right, we'll be bringing him around, headed towards Victory Lane. "16-year-old Mad Max Gordon wins it." There's the unofficial results on your big screen right now. Max Gordon. Miles Cheek was 2nd. Robbie Gordon on that last lap when Matty Brabham in turn 6 got wide and got by him. So that put Robbie in 3rd on the podium. Matt Brabham 4th, followed by Trey Hernquist. 6th was Bill Hines. 7th was Zoe Edenholm. 8th was David Bernstein. 9th, Cole Potts. And 10th, Ari Leindyke Jr. That's the unofficial results for our Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. And Ralph has made his way down to Victory Lane, but here comes the trucks now. And you never know, they might be on 2 wheels coming around. Robbie Gordon went about halfway around the racetrack a couple years ago on 2 wheels. But once again, this is just race 1 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. We got another one tomorrow. Rounding out the day tomorrow. It'll be after the NTT IndyCar race. There is Mad Max. Mad Max Gordon in the 77. Ibach is the sponsor, and now he's looking for the gate to open on Victory Lane. His dad pulls up right behind him in the Rugged Radios, number 7. And we'll let him shut him off, and then Shoreline, I want you to talk to him. All right, in Victory Lane now. All right, Mad Max Gordon is in Victory Lane. So is his dad, Robbie Gordon. Shoreline, talk to him right now. Make some noise. They can hear you. Miles Cheek was second. Great drive for him as well. There's Mad Max up on the top of the truck, the 16-year-old. This is his second win here at Long Beach. Oh, I think that's Hernquist down there in the hairpin doing donuts. That's right, free donuts down in the hairpin. Ralph Shaheen is down there in Victory Lane, and we'll be picking it up here shortly. All right, we're looking for Ralph Shaheen to pick it up down there in Victory Lane.
Two.
All right, there we go. We had a little bit of a mic issue, but we're all good now. Gentlemen, if we could get you up here on the podium. Let's meet our top 3 here today in our Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck race here. Race number 1 of what will be 2. Miles, where are you at? Let's get you up here. Robbie, Max. Let's get you guys up here, spray some champagne and enjoy this. Those of you that can, old enough. Max, we got a Diet Coke for you, I think, over here. All right, Max is throwing hats out into the crowd. He's used to this Victory Circle stuff. 16, but he's made quite a few visits here to Victory Lane. No first-timer. Hey, your kid's getting pretty good over here, Robbie. All right, hey, let's say hello to 3rd place here this afternoon, Robbie Gordon. Come alive, Shoreline. I know you guys are cheering loud for the hometown crowd. Your boy was really putting it on you guys.
Yeah, it's a good race. You know, that was pretty cool to watch from the seat I had. You know, had Matt between us all the way up till 2 turns from the end. And, you know, good race. It's always good to come here to Long Beach. Trucks always excite here. The racing's great. The fans are great. And the weather is even wonderful this weekend. So, pretty cool that we're able to get out here with Stadium Super Trucks again. We had a very clean race, very good race, very competitive. They passed each other a few times for the lead there, being able to see that, and that was pretty cool. I just couldn't get quite close enough for the draft on the straightaways. I'll do a little bit of work to my truck tonight.
Okay, now you had to make a move on Matt Brabham right at the very end there. It looked like he locked up. Is that what opened the door?
Yeah, basically Matt and Miles and Max were all like 3 wide going in there. And I don't know if anybody touched Matt or he just locked it up and he just got sideways and I was able to sneak down underneath him and get inside. But you know, I tried to get all the way to the last corner here. I'm like, all right, if they both go to the left, I'll do the all the way around the right move. But they both were smart enough to close that door for me.
Okay, you're ready to go. And our CEO and the Hall of Famer himself, Jim McCallion, has your third place plaque.
Cool, huh?
Very cool. Get yourself up over here.
All right, thank you.
All right, get up on the top, or the third step over here. All right, where's Miles Cheek at? Come on, Miles. Get you up here. Welcome to the podium here at the 50th running of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, Miles Cheek. How was your day?
Oh, thank you. No, it was a ton of fun out there. That was probably, Joe, probably the most fun I've ever had in the truck, just battling Max right there. We went, 7-8 laps just as hard as we could go, and hopefully it was a good show for everyone out there and the fans and watching online.
It was great. Now, there was a few times where you would go inside at the end of the long back straightaway, and then that would become the outside line of the next corner and vice versa. What did you learn from all that you might do differently tomorrow?
Yeah, I was just trying to play the game right there, see if I can get Max to bite on it and leave the door open right here in the last corner. So fingers crossed, that's what I was hoping for on that last lap. But no, he did a heck of a job covering that, and he's turned into a really great driver. So thank you to Robbie, Max, Kyle, Todd, Kendall, all the guys back at the shop that work on these trucks, so we can come out here and thrash them and have some fun.
You put on a great show, and then we have a nice plaque for you here from our CEO and Walk of Famer, Jim McCallion. All right, get up on the step there. All right, Max Gordon, time to get up here. Come over here, buddy. You've been doing this quite often. This is like old home week for you right here, right? Victory Lane at the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. This is a place you know very, very well. Great drive here today. Miles was giving you a run throughout it. The old man was creeping up from the backside, and Matt Brabham was right there as well. How tough was this one?
I never really looked in the mirror. I was focused on catching Miles and getting the first place pretty early. And I talked to Miles actually before we went into the race, and I talked to him and I said, all right, so how are we going to do this? And I said, we could use each other to get a draft, or we can just get through early. And Miles was like, I want to be through I want to pass 3 cars on the first caution. He did that. He made it to first in like 3 laps, and I was still back there battling, and got held up a little bit, but I landed on Cole Potts, ruined the Eibach hood, but should be able to fix it. No, but that was the gnarliest racing I've ever done in a Stadium Super Truck, was with Miles right there. We were banging doors, using our trucks up from, I think, lap 3 on. We didn't go back from there. We just were going back and forth. I think we did like 4 passes on each other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And, I came into the front stretch, and he was right on my bumper, pushing me, and I went to go stab the brakes, and there was nothing there because we had used them up, and I just yanked the e-brake coming into turn 1 and backed it in. He got by me, and then we just battled it on from there, and I kind of tried to let my truck cool down, got into the next caution, and it was game on from there. But I want to thank Eibach for the opportunity, Stadium Super Trucks. I want to thank everyone for coming out here. That was a great show, and thank you.
Well, we get to do it all again tomorrow, and for those of us that are fans of this series, that's super exciting. What did you learn that you'll do a little differently tomorrow?
I think tomorrow it's going to be a dogfight. Miles will be starting right in front of me, and then it'll be my dad, and hopefully they can open up the hole. Hoping to not use the truck up as much. Definitely used it a little hard today, but that's racing, and if you want to get first, you got to push hard. So that's what it is, and definitely Miles was. If he would have got by again, he would have definitely earned that one, and it was a good race. I want to say good job to Miles. That was probably one of the best races I've done.
All right, we got a special plaque for you from our CEO, Mr. Jim McCallion. Congratulations on winning, Jim. What did you think of that one?
Let me just say on behalf of the Grand Prix Association, and we're celebrating our 50th anniversary, thanks to Robbie and Max and Miles and the whole team for putting on a great show and getting 9 laps. All right? That was beautiful. But anyway, he's always provided great entertainment. All you have to do is see the fans cheering in the stands and bring the fans. So thanks, guys, and we'll look forward to having an equally interesting race tomorrow, okay?
I came to this crazy idea. That was Jim talking. I brought this to him in 2012. I said, hey, how about letting us run a demo race before LA Coliseum when we brought Stadium Super Truck back? And it's turned into quite a bit more than a demo race. It's It's been one of our primary races every year we show up, and couldn't do it without you fans. If you guys don't line the fences, you make my job harder to sell to Jim. So you guys out there supporting us and cheering us on and us providing the excitement has kept us here now for 13 years. So thank you, Jim.
All right, gentlemen, time to celebrate earning the podium here at the 50th running of the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach and the Speed Energy Super Trucks. Some pictures taken here by our photographers. You can see all this stuff up on the YouTube channel for all of the Stadium Super Truck series throughout the course of the year. They have great onboard camera footage each and every round if you want to continue to follow them throughout the season. And they will be back out here tomorrow after the NTT IndyCar race to have the second round. Miles, you can get the jump on him. Go for it. All right, the celebration is underway here at Long Beach. Max taking care of his dad. Robbie getting a taste. Don't blame you. Hard-earned victory here today. All right, Terry, back up to you as we get ready for some SRO.
All right, SRO is about ready. DJ's up here. He's getting ready to go as well. All right, time to pay some bills before we go SRO racing.